Yo, Yoshi. Party, create, patty. Oh wait, no. Party settings. Alright, let's go, boys.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we hit the court with Dwight Howard.
Oh, dang.
Recap game day 4 and 5 in the road to the finals. Chat with NBA skills coach Drew Hanlon.
The first thing I do before I work with the guy is watch every single clip of his entire career.
And give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive.
Still playing Far Cry? Still playing Far Cry?
You ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here balling, it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Taking a look at the 76ers, this is a season I'm sure they're anxious to put behind them, and it probably can't end soon enough. As of now, they have the worst record in the NBA. And while we have a moment here, another discussion.
Up. So can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Detroit is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. Right now, they're fighting for some breathing space in the Eastern Conference. Still in the top 8, but by no means safe.
And I think for the Pistons, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, you know, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Tobias Harris is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in at the
we missed the ball. Oh.
On the money from 12 feet away.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Smith drives in. Grant gets a wide open look. Rebounded by the Pistons. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
You need to rent 2K tonight so we can play my player.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done. And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
Now here's Jackson. 20 points for him last game against Charlotte. Morris a screen. Passes it to Drummond. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Thompson for three. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the middle. It's deflected and stolen by Noel. He lobs it up. Tries to save it. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Drops in the breakaway layup.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Thompson with the bucket. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Smith against Jackson. Harris a screen on Smith. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope releases, gets to the corner and buries it. Caldwell Pope's got his first points of the night.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And now taking a look at some numbers for Noel. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Now here's Jackson. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Smith drives in, using his post move to get the 2 points. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Morris. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers trail by 3. That's a 2 from Smith. Rebound by the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated. Some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Drummond. There's the double team with Landry. Morris into the lane. Here's Drummond. No good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Now, here is Landry. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Shot clock at 2. That gives them the lead.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Here's Blake. Now the dish to Bullock. Will it go? Blake misses. The 76ers leading. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. To the paint. Here's Harris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Carl Landry.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, who's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, a consummate pro and team player.
They get a hand on it, stolen by Grant. And they're pushing it up. Here's Landry, rejected by Harris. Blake with it. Baines inside. He's covered by Landry. And it's Baines missing. There's Cannon with the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. The Pistons trailing. 3-on-3. Bullock kicks to Blake. Pistons passing it around. And it's Harris off the drive. Got a piece of it. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Let's go. 19-15.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. It's off his leg, and they're saying he kicked the ball. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. And he gets the bucket.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Pistons trail by 4. Here's Bullock. Cannon with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Blake after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Baines. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Baines has got his first 2 points of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Philadelphia shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. First free throw is good.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means heads down, get to the rim.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Noel.
And one, not a boy Nerlens Noel.
Try to make it a three-point play.
Baby.
Yeah,
playing P since college hoops 2K. Let's go.
Still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Blake. There's a screen. And it's Harris off the drive. No good. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Philadelphia ahead, ending the first quarter on a 20-6 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent.
What you doing, Jesse? What you doing, girl? You trying to sleep? You look tired. Now I see your tail wagging. I see you going. What you doing? What you doing, girl? Huh? What you doing? What you doing, Pooh? What you doing? What you doing? I see your tail wagging. What you doing, Pooh? Casper, you cleaning yourself? What you doing, boy? Huh? What you doing, see, babe? What you doing? We doing, Yoshi? Doing the same thing Casper was? We doing, Yoshi? We doing. Life it is an old. Just. They all look tired. You look like you're awake. Yeah. Yeah. You do. Come here. Come here. Okay. I see you. NBA 2 days.
It's a light day in the NBA, just 4 games
Oh,
on a
good boy.
Sunday.
This one's on here forever.